welcome back to the Crafty Nook. Today we are working on story number 5, which is the story of our Christmas stumps. I don't need that out anymore. I've already printed my photos and wrote up some journaling, but this is really giant. And I didn't realize it was going to be so giant, and now I'm wondering if I shouldn't put it in the very front of the album and then just use this to tell the stories of the stumps. This is the photo that jogged my memory about these stumps and kind of inspired this photo. This isn't a photo, this is paper. And now I wonder if I shouldn't just do a filler page on the back with this and put this in the front. I don't know what to do. Let's get the album out. Let's close this and get the album out. Please ignore the dogs. They never stop barking. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Like, should that go there? Or even there? I don't think it really works there. So this is going to be a large tag with one of these pieces of paper as the background, as the tag. And then these two are going to be the journaling. I haven't decided if I want the journaling to be square or round. I would like to use this somewhere. Okay, so a very large tag, because these are 4x4 photos. And I would like to put them on some kind of, like, use a brad maybe. And so I do like this, and maybe put the number here or somewhere. But this could also work. If I did circle journaling, I could put a piece of vellum, circle photos, could put a piece of vellum on top with this on it, and it would slide. Might do that. First, let's figure out this tag situation. So these are the photos from the papers from the Allie Edwards main kit that I picked out. I could do that. And then these are photos from, why do I keep calling these photos? They're papers. From my stash. That one might work. That one too. It might be a little too much wood grain. Too many circles. But is it? Let me see. So far, my favorite is this one and this one, and even that one. I don't know why, but I really like this paper. What's going on the back of that? I could just fold it in half. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I was over here worried about these. I made this journaling smaller because I was worried that I'd have to punch holes in it, not realizing that it goes in on this side, but that's fine. So let's pull this out so I can do that. And then I'll put you on fast forward and we will get story 5 done. All right, I guess we're gonna record a voiceover for this, get started on this story. It has been weeks since I filmed this. I felt a little bit under the weather and I picked up a few extra shifts, and Christmas is always crazy around here. I'm just attaching this large photo to the back of the previous large photo, and for some reason, I think it was my printer settings that was having my photos print smaller than the size of the canvas. And I think it had to do with the scale. I think I finally figured it out, but not when I did this. So that large photo is a little bit small, and I just used the photo behind it as a border. And here I'm just scoring this large piece of paper to turn it into a large tag to add those photos to. And I really wanted to use that Special Traditions because this is a special tradition. So I've got these little plastic photo mask things from Simple Stories that I'm cutting out my photos with. And then I pulled out one of these wreaths. And I don't remember if I used that or not. It's been, like I said, weeks since I filmed this. I think I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to attach all these. And then I'm cutting out my vellum. Trying to decide on what number to use. I really wanted to use these vellum numbers from Ellie Studio because they have red foil on them. But this clear sticker sheet came in my hip kit that for December or maybe November. I can't remember. So I'm contemplating using that, and I end up using this circle too that says our, I don't know, holiday story, or yeah, I think that's what it says, our holiday story. Now I've got my circle photos and the vellum, and I'm trying to find the perfect brad to use. Out of this little drawer of brads that I picked out of my stash. I put that Special Traditions. I'm going to put that on the vellum, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of under the weather. I added a star charm with that just to give it a little pizzazz. And now I'm adding these gold star puffy stickers out of my stash. And looks like I'm looking for something to put above those houses, between the houses and the circles. And I decided on this word strip situation. I can't tell you what it says. I don't have my December daily down. I actually put all of my December daily stuff up yesterday, even though I'm not done, because it was taking over my craft room. And I'm not a spring cleaner, I'm a New Year's cleaner, and I have completely done an overhaul on my craft area and everywhere in my house. So we put all of Christmas up yesterday, including the crafts. But it's easily accessible, so when I feel up to doing it, I can. Now I'm just here trying to figure out what's going to go on the back of this, because I have it out. I might as well do it. I just trimmed the corners down to make it a tag. And I wanted to add some trim ribbon at the top, but I needed to have this finished. So I just sewed on some vellum to make a pocket. Went over to my sewing machine. I have gold thread in it. Now I've pulled down this Tim Holtz number stamp, which is probably one of my favorite purchases from the season. And I'm going to emboss in gold that number 6. And I'm sorry if you can hear the mowers outside. They're probably blowing leaves into our pool. That's what they do when they mow. We don't even have a tree in our yard. So now I had a little bit of a hair in there. So I used my tweezers to pull it out. Because I don't know if y'all realize, look at that, it's magic. I'm magic. You know, you've heard me say before, I've got a crap load of animals. And their hair just gets everywhere. So now I'm trimming out all these photos. I left a little bit of a white border. And I just popped them in there. I'm trying to see if there is something I can add in to put journaling on. So I'm going through this. I think this is the November kit from Ellie Studio. Again, it might be the December. And then I pulled out my regular journaling cards and found some plain ones. And so I think that's what I'm going to use here, but I'm pretty sure I changed my mind here in just a minute because I end up using this pattern paper. That's a red word phrase cardstock strip. I have no idea what it says either. I'm trying to add these tags to a tag, or these photos to a tag. Now I just feel like there's too much white space up at the top, too much empty space. And so I pull out these letter stickers that came in the advent calendar and write out parade. I do say 100 times in future videos that I'm going to stamp Christmas. I still haven't done that, but I do need to. I pull out these dies. I think I got these dies on AliExpress. They're just tag dies. It's a generic tag die. And I'm just measuring to see how many of each size tag I need. So I need 3 bigs and 2 littles. And I pull out my, I think I have a Spellbinders. I bought my die cutting machine, my manual one, from Facebook Marketplace. And I have only used it very few times. That is one of my crafty goals for 2023, is to use some of these supplies that I hardly ever use, because I have dies and I have embossing folders. I just hardly ever use them. Now I'm struggling with this because, again, I hardly ever use it. And I'm just die cutting these tags. Now, I will say I made a mistake at the beginning, and you saw me go through and then come right back. I didn't go all the way through enough. It didn't cut that bottom tag out all the way, so I had to put it back in. I'm just adhering these photos to these tags. And then decide, well, I'll just put some journaling on the back there. I have a stamp that's got lines on it. I haven't done it, but I will. Now I'm just adhering this page to itself so that it's not flapping around. Which I really probably should have done at the beginning, because now I have to repunch the holes. And now I'm looking for some ribbon to put in the top. Which I love the way that ribbon on the top of tags looks. It just sometimes is a struggle for me to get it in there right. And so I usually try to staple it down. And now I'm just trimming my tails. And that's it. All right. I think that I am done with day stories 5 and 6. Did not intend to do story 6 this time, but it just worked out that way. So this is story 5, the story about our stumps. And these swing. Okay. And then here is story 6, a story about the Christmas parade, which I may get, like, stamp the word Christmas or something there, and I might punch some holes in these and make put some little ribbons in there. Haven't decided yet. But that is where we're at. Let's see what's coming. Day 7 is the story of me having tags on everything. Just like Rose. So that's where we're at today. I am going to go make dinner. Thanks for hanging out in the Crafty Nook. Bye.